I could eat that until I'm sick.
Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Got my ears on, got my Disney theme park cookbook, and I've got a Chloe. Hey, I think we did that. Totally unrehearsed.
Hello.
Now, recently we did a video where we picked a few recipes out of this Disney theme park book, and you guys loved it, hence the ears. We are back with some more, right?
Yes, and I don't think it was that recent. About like a year-ish ago.
That's recent to me, mate. I'm trying to slow down the aging process. So I tasked you with coming up with 3 recipes, and you didn't pick easy ones, did you? We're baking, we're frying, we're proving, we're freezing. It's going to be good food though, hopefully.
Yes.
They're always naughty. Can you tell me the first one?
The first one is Gaston's giant cinnamon rolls.
Well, I don't think it's going to be as big as the giant cinnamon roll I made before, which was the size of a car tyre. Yes. Oh, what a beauty. But I think they're still going to be massive. Who is Gaston, before we get started?
He is the bad guy in Beauty and the Beast, and he wants to marry Belle, but Belle...
I've not seen Beauty and the Beast.
Belle doesn't want to marry him.
You can marry Gaston.
I don't want to marry him.
I think he works in the supermarket in the freezer aisle. Honestly.
No.
There's lots of steps needed for this, so we're going to montage it, but the first thing is to grease and line a pan.
First step, you got to melt your butter. Do 10 seconds, otherwise it will explode. In goes the milk. Flour!
That is a lot of yeast.
And then you put in the sugar. Next, we give it a big mix. But be careful because you don't want it going everywhere. In goes the water.
Just cold water, yeah?
For this lovely mixture.
Beautiful. Well, that is still warmed, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to help the yeast get going.
And you can do the eggs.
Thank you. Excellent. Get it?
No, Daddy, no. We've got to leave it to rest for 10 whole minutes.
10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. We're about to make the filling, but do you want a cherry coke left over from the hacks video? Go on.
No.
Why? You don't like cherries like your mum?
Caffeine makes me go mental.
I can show you how to make filling to go into your massive cinnamon roll.
Sugar. Cinnamon!
Alright, a key ingredient in a cinnamon roll, won't you think?
If it was called cinnamon bun and you didn't have like cinnamon in it, what's the point in that? My butter goes in.
Ah.
Whiskey, whiskey.
Right, if I've got this right,
Yeah?
we now have to roll out our dough in a rectangle that is 2 foot long. 3 foot by 2 foot. Well, I better get some flour out. Mrs. B, can you just check for my sanity that says 2 foot by 3 foot? That is a big cinnamon roll.
It does say that. That is a lot.
So that's 2 foot. What? And this is just over, that's like 2 1/4 foot. So we can't even do it like that. I mean, that's massive.
Well, why can't we just do as long as we can?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can't do this video, you need to go and put something on Disney on.
We haven't got any more ears. Do you know how much these were? Disney World, weren't they like about 20 quid?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Go and put some of Disney on.
Oh my gosh, to be fair, this is quite
not.
big. Nah, mate, honestly, I think we might get a fair big roll out of this.
Oh my God.
Do you know what? This is still going to be pretty darn big, mate. That's a blooming big piece of dough, isn't it?
No.
What are you wearing?
It's this.
What is that?
My
Look, the bin man.
It's my Descendants.
Descendants.
I wore it once.
I feel quite underdressed now.
Yeah.
Mrs. B's going to Comic Con or something. Right, Chloe, spread your filling. Out of context, this scene looks really random. Let's roll it forward gently, okay? Like a nice sausage log.
Oh my gosh.
Have it in the middle. Ah, see that?
I see it from the other side and that looks really
Yeah?
That does look cool.
You sure about this, Chloe? Put it in like this? I guess gravity's gonna
Oh.
Look, that one's falling, see?
Falling that and that one.
I wonder if we kind of just let it... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like from the top like that. There we
Yeah.
They
go.
look like spirals.
Wow,
Yeah,
they're going to be
I can see
massive if that does come off like that. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that
There you
now.
go.
We've
That's
got enough
better.
to make 2 more.
Do you have
Can
to
make
put it
some
in the oven?
Yeah, we've got to bake them. But first, they got to rest for half an hour. So we'll do this and we'll make 2 more, right? So we're drizzling some melted butter on.
Ooh.
If I go like that...
Golly. Now that looks like something from a Disney film.
That is a Disney film, isn't it?
That
And
is
even
it.
I know what that is. That is quite clearly Darth Vader.
It looks like one of those things from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, I thought you were going Jabba the Hutt territory.
Oh yeah, actually. Yeah.
How do you know who Jabba the Hutt is?
Went to school with him. Recipe number 2, what's that?
Frozen lemonade!
Okay. Right, so we start off by making a sugar syrup. So this is a lot of sugar. Look, 400 grams of sugar. Take some water, stir that together and it should dissolve a little bit.
Is this how you make cowpole?
Probably, yeah. I mean this in the nicest way. Some of you probably don't know what cowpole was, but as a kid growing up, it was like the best thing when you were ill. They gave you this thing that was literally pink sugar. So we put this into the microwave, okay, to fully dissolve that sugar and warm it through to make our syrup, all right? 1 minute blasts. But as I say, you're gonna need a fair bit of lemon so that sweetness will contrast the bitterness of the lemons. So it has to chill, otherwise the ice cream machine, when we stick it in there, will hate it. So we need to cover it. This is Chloe's version of Rat Master.
Done.
Yes, mate. It's a bit of a workout, right?
Can you do it?
Yes, I knew that was coming. So I've just been reading, Chloe, we add yellow food colouring in this. Just to make it nice and bright. When life gives you lemons, Chloe, what do?
Squeeze them.
The syrup needs to chill in the fridge for a couple of hours, but we're putting it in the internet fridge, aka our freezer, for about 10 minutes. So whilst that's happening, we've got our lemon juice, the water,
Food colouring.
and the food colouring. Ooh, murky. But bizarrely, that might taste quite nice. Oh no, that's disgusting. Yeah, don't do that. I thought, oh, that's the most innocent lemonade ever, sugar-free.
Nope.
Nope, very bitter. Right, food colouring. Supposed to do 5 drops.
I'm not doing 5, I'm doing like 1 billion.
That's a lot of food colouring, mate. Okay.
I'm doing the whole thing.
Okay. The whole thing?
Yeah.
The whole... That's enough to do my highlights from years ago. So we're going to mix it and hopefully... There we go. Look at
Oh
that.
my god.
But you can see how that possibly could be a bit more appealing. That looks a bit more lemony now, right? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You look at that and think, yeah. But remember, when we put it through the ice cream maker, that is going to kind of add water, so it might hopefully detensify that a little bit. Otherwise, you've got a neon lemonade, mate.
That's what you want.
Yeah. Right, let's see how Jabba's getting on. Look at Jabba the Hutt. It's amazing. I think that could be what we should have done with those 2, but they're still big, right? So it's been about half an hour stood there whilst we did those steps. There's a lot of lemons. But remember, Chloe, there is still going to be butterscotch and cream cheese frosting on those. Oh, do you know how good that's going to be?
Amazing.
That's
But I don't...
proud dad moments, all right? You the day you were born, that's about it. This is the second best moment of my time with you. 20 minutes, and then you bake it for another 10 minutes with foil on. What just happened, Chloe?
The doorbell went.
Yeah.
You answered the door
Yeah.
with your Mickey Mouses on.
Yes. I didn't even flinch. The guy didn't say anything either. Just collect the parcel with the ears on. They're quite light after a while. You forget they're there, don't you? So we'll pour the syrup into this larger bowl. We've got to work fast. So I'm going to go get the ice cream bowl. Wow. That's been in the freezer overnight. This is what really helps bring it together. Oh my gosh, that is so neon. All right. In about 15 minutes, that should be some pretty epic neon lemonade. Oh my gosh. It's gone a bit lopsided, but we stick foil on it and it goes back in for another 10 minutes. I'll do that with the other batch, which are just as wonky. Have a look. Now, if that's the good news, this is the bad news.
No!
These were the smaller ones. The pan's hot. Be careful, okay?
The smaller one? That looks enormous.
I know. Look what's happened to that. It tilted. But I think that's turned out quite well. And Jabba the Hutt has actually turned even more into Jabba the Hutt. That's the good thing about having the tin like that size, because it encloses it, keeps it that shape. But we need to get that out into a jug for the freezer.
It literally stinks of that lemon meringue pie that we made.
So this goes in the freezer. And did I hear something about cheeseburger spring rolls?
I think you stand corrected.
This morning, 7 AM.
In your pants. In your boxers, you've cooked beef mince with onion.
I did actually stand here at 7 AM in my underwear. I had a t-shirt on, cooking beef mince and onions with some garlic. I wanted to get this done ahead of time. I feel like I should have done even more prep. They're working me hard today, mate. So in here is some beef mince onions that's been cooked and drained off for cheeseburger spring rolls. What we do next, apparently, is get some ketchup. More.
Now.
Match that with mustard, yes please. We're making spring rolls. I went on a mission. You can make homemade spring roll wrappers. I was going to do that, but I managed to find in the 5th supermarket I went in last night some spring roll wrappers that are in the freezer.
Is this all we do?
Sadly not. Beautiful.
Oh.
That smell good? Mm. There is a really interesting smell in here. A combination of like sweet lemons, cinnamon bakes. Coconuts, yes, burnt coconut. And now ketchup mince. This is them, Chloe. 30 sheets in that pack as well.
30?
Yeah. Oh, this is the cheese we used in the hack video yesterday. Can you grate cheese?
Yes.
All right. So we're warming up some oil. Gone through the health and safety with you, mate. You know what I'm like with oil. I hate it so much. I don't want to go to hospital with Mickey Mouse ears on. So away from the craziness of the oil, this is the fun bit, right? Grab a spring roll wrapper and do like a sausage of it along here. So the most important thing we're trying to do is to seal this in. And then you bring the corner over the top like this to fully bring that in. So then you've got straight lines here like that, all right?
Yeah, and you just roll it.
And you just roll it forward to encase it all in. Except when you get to the bit there, egg wash, nice! And that will seal that in. Now Daddy has done that without putting the cheese on because it's supposed to be cheeseburger. So that's a beef burger one. We're going to repeat that over and over with all this with cheese in the filling. You want to have a go at doing that?
Yes.
Nice.
Could you put gherkins in it?
Of course you could. We've got some gherkins. Do you want some?
No.
It doesn't say it, but I want to serve them dunked in more ketchup and mustard.
I'm not going to forget the cheese.
Right, so in we go, all right? You stay there. Oh my gosh. These will not take long. Stay there. So there we go, all piled up. I think they'll be good warm or cold. Right, we need to finish off these massive cinnamon buns. To make the cream cheese icing, here is a pan and in goes butter and cream cheese. I've never warmed cream cheese for icing before. This is new territory. Ah, that is gorgeous. You still with me, Chloe?
Yeah, just having lunch.
Vanilla extract goes in, confectioner's sugar, aka icing sugar, and a good pour of double cream. Hashtag naughty. But this isn't the only sauce. I've had to put that in the garage to cool down because it is extremely addictive to taste. All right, let's make the butterscotch sauce. This is some light brown sugar and some butter, and pour in some cream. So we're bringing this to a boil, which will not take long. Melt in the butter. Oh my gosh. All right, off the heat. Vanilla, bit of salt in there if you want to be cheeky. And that is ready. Needs to cool down, and we can drench it on Gaston. Yeah, this is the first time, oh my gosh, that I have done a video and I feel like I've pulled a muscle during the making of this video. Oh my gosh! So much running around the kitchen. Are you okay? And then you just drizzle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're not supposed to put all of that amount on. Really? I don't think we're supposed to do nice little zigzags. Here you
No.
go. No. And you can go crossways as well. No. No, 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 no. Look. That is Gaston's giant cinnamon buns. Or whatever they're called. And that sounds wrong. Look at his giant bun. Oh. 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 brain freeze. Oh my gosh.
That's why I didn't take a big spoonful.
Right. Wow, that's cold. That's good though. You can really taste the food colouring. The sugar, that's what's deceptive, mate. We've put 400 grams of sugar in that and can't really taste it. Oh no, I've just noticed it's got some blobs on the lens. How long have they been there? Oh my gosh, I hope it's not been for the whole of this video. It is basically neon, lemon, sugary brain freeze. Amazing though. Yeah, we like it?
Yeah.
It's like a sorbet.
Very excited for these.
Wow. That's amazing. That is so good.
You still get the tang of the ketchup and the mustard in there, don't you? Oh, that is outstanding. That is really good.
These were the easiest to make.
That's a winner. I love the fact that I actually cooked some of that recipe in my underwear. Gaston's cinnamon bun thing, right?
You missed the word giant.
Sorry.
Wow. It's like an actual cake.
Oh, that's all right, mate. I love the shape of it. Look at that.
I feel like I'm in America right now.
Yeah. That cream cheese is disgustingly naughty with that icing. The butterscotch gives it a little tang, a little richness. And the freshly baked dough with the sweetness in that is soft and pillowy but still crispy.
That is amazing.
And the funny thing is, as random as that looks, this one kind of failed and just went its own way. That would taste exactly the same. It's like, it doesn't matter. That's half the fun of cooking, right? It all goes down the same way.
I could eat that until I'm sick.
1 is this. 2 is the lemonade.
Really?
And 3 is the spring rolls.
Oh.
Only the spring rolls are free because the beef mince, when you have too much of them, they get a bit sickly.
What about this? So you can get sickly.
Yeah, you're only supposed to eat like maybe one of those spring rolls, mate. But
Yeah.
wow, what an epic video this has turned out to be. 6 hours of filming, actually, a long old day, but well worth it with the end result. So just try any of them really, whichever one takes your fancy. They're all amazing. Check out our other Disney video, and don't forget, we've done loads of other cooking with kids recipes. There's a whole playlist of them over the years. When you were born, when little Phoebe was 3 and she'd fall out of her high chair while Mrs. B was playing hockey, I'd be like, oh, she got a bump on the back of her head. No, it's all right, but we made food. Here's the video. See you later. Bye.
L-O-V-E is how you spell food. Gonna make some truffles to get you in the mood. To me, your support is smooth as silk. When I have my cereal, I pour on milk. If you got a food mixer, give it a whirl. I gotta let you know I'm still cooking in love with you, girl.